driving a 2023 Volvo S60 Recharge plug-in hybrid, the Black Edition. I think I got it all in there. Coming up, we're going to unlock the mystery of Volvo's badge. But first, information explosion. I know this looks like a chill sedan, but did you see the power figures? Wow. The Volvo S60 has been updated ever so slightly for 2023. Let us begin with interior.
The materials feel elegant, and they look elegant too. This metallic trim is so beautiful.
Of course, you've got the Orfers crystal gear selector, the classiest way to put yourself in drive.
One thing I really like about Volvo interiors is that they often have a cover for the drink holders. It just gives it a really sleek, clean feel.
Yeah, so people who join you in the car don't get the unseemly impression that you drink beverages.
That's right.
Hide your shame.
But I'm not able to use that here because I have to use it to store my phone.
Why is that?
Because this center console is weirdly shallow.
I'll quickly add that I like the seats. They're a nice combination of Napa leather, leatherette, and textile, but there's a lot of visual interests to them.
They are so stylish.
Super, and I find them very comfortable, not too tight in the shoulder region, good lumbar support. They're highly adjustable in this higher trim, so I like the seats. As for space, when I sit behind my preferred front seat position, my head clears, my knees clear amply, no problem. I think it'd be a challenge to get an adult in that middle position because of the high center tunnel, so maybe 4 adults and a kid would be the max. For cargo space, that is a small trunk, 11.6 cubic feet, which is not big for the compact premium sedan category. For comparison, you get a lot more trunk space in a Honda Civic. Ditto, any issues getting in and out of this car? And then what about getting the booster seat? And I keep wanting to say a car seat, but it's really just a booster these days. Our kiddos growing up.
The latch points are simply covered by plastic bits that you can flip up, and the car seat was easy to install.
Of course, if you know anything about Volvo, safety is a #1 concern, and to that end, the S60 is an NHTSA 5-star overall rated vehicle. It is an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus vehicle, and then you got 7 airbags, active safety assist, including lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian and bicyclist and large animal detection. And it also has a feature that will help stop the vehicle if you start to pull into an intersection and another vehicle is coming your way. Family, what do we think? Is the Volvo S60 family friendly?
Family friendly.
I would say smaller family friendly. Rear window test. Almost all the way down. Boop. Armrest test. Driving in a comfortable 8 and 4 position, the outboard padding is much more plush than the inboard padding. There's a little padding here, but it gets very hard just underneath the surface. I'm okay with the positioning. It's a little bit higher on the outboard, but not bad. I'm gonna go 85% inboard, 70% outboard. Hey! Would you like to see more videos like this where we review cars as a family plus the occasional helicopter adventure? If so, feel free to subscribe. Style! In the beginning of the video, I teased we were going to unlock the mysteries of Volvo's badge. So whenever I looked at the thing, I'm like, is that the symbol for a dude? The answer is, it is the symbol for iron. And the reason they chose it is because they wanted something that conveyed strength. It just also happens to look like the symbol for when you're a dude. Mystery unlocked. Tying that into our style segment, we're driving the Black Edition. So you've got the front badge in black, exterior trim in black, the headliner in here, it's black. The price for the Black Edition varies depending on trim. Usually it's around $2,000. What's really strange about the Black Edition is that they make it in black and in white, which to me feels very counter to the Black Edition.
No, it makes sense because then you have that high contrast of the black badging on the white car. It looks great.
Maybe, but if I told you, go get my Volvo in the parking lot, it's the Black Edition, you would not be looking for a white car, would you?
Probably not.
Probably not. What do you think of the style of the Volvo S60 though?
I think the lower front of the vehicle does a lot of work to make it look sporty, like how it kind of juts out a bit. Otherwise, it looks pretty clean and classic.
Yeah, that's a very Scandinavian approach. You know, you don't want to have too much flair. I'll also add that for 2023, Volvo has updated the front and rear fascias, and you got to really know your S60s to determine the difference between them, but there is a little bit of a change. Last style note, the only free color is black. Everything else will cost you $695. What do you guys think? Do you like the look of the Volvo S60? If so, if no, tell us in the comment section. In motion. While commuting home in the Volvo S60, I noted, much like the V60 cross-country we drove recently, it's got a comfortable ride and it's quiet at high-speed cruise. I enjoy commuting in this thing. As for steering, there's a real lack of information through the steering wheel, so it's not necessarily engaging, but it is competent and predictable. I do have an opportunity to talk about something I really do like, though. Needless full throttle acceleration. Whee! It's so funny because when you think of like, oh, you got the plug-in hybrid version, like it's pretty slow, really efficient. Like, no, this is the powerful one. I'll just floor it again. Now, there was a really interesting behavior there.
It seemed like it paused a bit.
Yeah, there's immediate pull from the electric motor, and then the gasoline engine kicks in. That's one behavior that I've noticed that you can either chalk up to character, or you might be a little annoyed by, which is that it does take a beat for the gasoline engine to do its part for acceleration. But when both are working together, this thing pulls really hard. Volvo says that the 0 to 60 time is in the low 4-second range, and I believe them. I'll also add that the S60 we're driving, the Recharge plug-in hybrid, the way the system works is that you've got an electric motor powering the rear tires. So all Recharge trims are all-wheel drive, which is a really helpful thing when you're driving in inclement weather like we are today. All right, that's what I think, but what does Sweetie think? Evie's at the wheel.
I'm glad this vehicle has a reputation for safety because conditions are not great out. It's rainy, there's rocks all over the road. I'm feeling bolstered by the reputation of Volvo.
We live in the mountains, and whenever it rains, that debris kind of falls down the mountains and you get rocks in the roadway. You feel like you can steer around this stuff with reasonable ease?
It's very light.
Interestingly, we have it in steering feel firm right now. I'm gonna put it on.
Really?
I'm gonna take it off and see if that feels even lighter. Wow.
Interesting. Squirrel, get out of the way.
So you had to use the brakes there for a second because the squirrel ran out.
I have trouble braking smoothly in this vehicle.
Yeah, that last few feet, right when you're trying to come to a stop.
Exactly.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn off the creep function and see if that changes it. Go ahead and come to a complete stop right now.
That was better.
That's better. Okay, so if you want a smooth stop in your Volvo S60, turn off the creep. It sounds like there's subtext there. There is not. It's a creep function.
I was gonna say, that's always a good idea.
If you don't know, creep is that little bit of crawling that the car does automatically at slow speeds, like from a stop, like you have an automatic transmission. Of course, I always have to ask, how's visibility?
I'm having a lot of trouble seeing over my left shoulder because I'm short and there's a very thick pillar here that I can't see around.
Overall, though, are you feeling confident driving the S60?
I am.
She is. I'm getting back in the driver's seat with a weak clap.
Should you explain why you're clapping like that?
Oh yeah, if you didn't watch our CX-9 video, I broke my hand, and it's still broken, but it's healing, and I've downgraded my cast to this tape to hold my finger in place. So you're gonna get a lot of weak claps in the next few videos, but I'm on the road to recovery. There's a little bump here. You can see exactly where the brake is. Wrapping up the segment, in total, I wish there was a little bit tighter synchronicity between the gasoline engine and the electric powertrain, but overall, I enjoy driving the Volvo S60. Moving onward to emotion factor. We're just sitting here waiting for a light to change. Let's talk about the emotion factor in the least emotional way possible, while completely stationary.
I actually think that dovetails well with what the emotion is for me, in that it's the interior style feeling unique and luxurious, which I can enjoy while we're still even better.
Yeah, I think with every Volvo, there's also the modifier of like, oh hey, it's from Sweden. There's sort of a vague exoticness to Sweden
Is it that they drive with crystals?
They do drive with crystals. That is definitely helping the vibe of feeling a little bit special.
Also, for me, feeling safe is one of my favorite emotions.
Oh yeah, Sweetie loves feeling safe.
I like their reputation for safety.
Gotcha. So what do you guys think? Is there an emotion factor here? If you're feeling emotionally drawn to buy a Volvo S60 of your very own, you might need to sell your current car first. If you'd like to know what your current car is worth or how much you should spend on your Volvo S60, click the Kelley Blue Book pricing link in the description below. Remarks! Remark number one. It's a foggy day today, so I don't need to wear my flying eye sunglasses, but Evie is wearing her ophthalmic line right now. Sweetie, tell them why anybody would want aviation-style frames for their normal life.
Comfort, that is why. These are the lightest, most comfortable pair of glasses I have ever owned. They're made of a material called Resilimide, so they're really lightweight, but still very strong. Also, they come with removable magnetic tinted lenses so that they double as sunglasses.
On days where the sun exists, but not today. If you would appreciate aviation grade eyewear, click the link in the description below and you can use the promo code Micah to save 10% on flying eyes. Remark number two, infotainment. So this is the same 9-inch screen we've seen in all the other Volvos we've driven recently.
The icons are color-coded, which makes them easy to see out of the corner of my eye. The menu is easy to navigate around. The only thing I do find difficult to find are things to do with the vehicle, like the driving modes. In fact, they were so difficult I forgot to get B-roll with them.
Yeah, but here they are. That camera's got it. Well, actually right here. Why don't they just put it right here?
That'd be nice.
That'd be a great place to put drive mode selector. Instead, you have to hit this little gear thing, then driving, and then go into the drive modes. So you do have to dig for some of those different vehicle settings, but overall, the interface itself, I think, is pretty easy to use. And then for 2023, they've updated the system, so there's this integration of this whole Google suite. So you've got Google Assistant, the Play Store, you've got Google Maps, that's all built in. All that Google stuff, though, is a 4-year free subscription, and after that, you will have to pay money for it. There are also over-the-air updates. Oh, it's listening to what I'm saying. Stuffed is a for strep throat, is a what?
I didn't understand.
No, you didn't. Moving slightly to the left, there's a 12-inch digital information display. I think it works just fine. Up on the windshield, there's that little ticket holder that you find in all Volvos, and I think that's a kind of a handy and simple little thing, and I'm not sure why no other car maker does that. Oh, and I should add that Pilot Assist is a feature that's available on the S60, and that's Volvo's driver assist system, where if you're in traffic, it'll keep you in your lane and keep a distance between you and the vehicle ahead. And I like Pilot Assist because it keeps that distance tight enough that it prevents cars from kind of pouring in from adjacent lanes. Let's say you're using it in LA traffic. The Volvo S60 will not have any of your shenanigans trying to squeeze in front of it. Hey, sweetie.
Yeah.
Can I give you a trim recommendation?
You sure can.
Hooray! I would recommend the base core trim, which costs a little more than $42,000. That comes with a moonroof, dual zone climate control, and smart key access. It is totally fine, but for only $2,700 more, you can move to the plus trim that adds a ton of good stuff like a 360-degree camera system, Pilot Assist, adaptive cruise control, and heated front seats. Given the modest price increase and sweet features, I'm gonna recommend the Plus trim. All right, let's talk about engine choices. With the S60, you have two choices, the gasoline engine or the hybrid engine. The gas engine, they call it the B5. It's a mild hybrid, and it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, and you can get it in front-wheel drive or, for an extra $2,300, all-wheel drive. Then there's the hybrid, which is only a plug-in hybrid. That's the T8E all-wheel drive. It includes that same 2-liter turbocharged engine, but adds an electric motor. Those are the power figures. Gosh, that's big. And you can charge it up at your home using the 16-amp level 2 charger. As for the competitors, if you want to spend more money, you can choose a BMW 3 Series or Mercedes-Benz C-Class. And if you want to spend less money, there is the Audi A4, the Lexus IS, and an interesting one would be the Acura TLX, which is maybe a little bit bigger than this, but starts at a lower starting price. If we missed any remarks about the Volvo S60, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Synopsis! In thinking about the essence of the Volvo S60, it is a safe choice that comes from a land I don't understand. To me, it is the child's bicycle unicorn helmet of premium sedans. Does that make sense?
That was a lot and you nailed it.
Family, may I have a gentle high five? That's very gentle. You. And you. Come get your gentle high five.